This video is brought to you by Storyblocks Video. Follow the first link in the description below to download unlimited video assets. In the summer of 2018, Film Riot had just released their short film Ballistic. Now, being my favorite YouTube channel, I was again so inspired by their work. So I left a comment to show my gratitude for their amazing work. Not long after, replies on my comments began popping up. However, there was one in particular that stopped my time for a moment. He's right.
Janik, we're making a short film!
So, we began with the short film. Since none of us are great writers here at Cinecam, we decided to host a contest on our channel where you guys could submit an idea for a short film. A guy by the name of Eric Toms had intrigued us the most with his dark idea. Yeah, I got a little bit scared of him. He got a f***ed up mind. And very often we would jump on Skype to talk about the story and formulate it into an actual scenario. 6 months later, the scenario was complete, and so the pre-production could start. Eric lives in America, LA, and actually seemed to have a lot of experience in the film industry. Now, we did not know this up front, so this was a pleasant surprise. And since the short was gonna be a technical challenge, I asked him if he wanted to direct. One airplane later, we got Eric Toms in the Cinecam studios.
No, we gotta hug.
So yeah, here it all started. The footage you're seeing right now is all from last week. If you've been following us on Instagram, you've probably seen the entire behind the scenes already. Now, months of preparations and hard work, there was no going back at this point. We had many people involved, the actors and crew members were scheduled. Honestly, I was a little bit scared. For the first time in my career, I did not have everything under control, and that felt really strange, but at the same time, I knew that we were taking things to the next level. I think that every single one of us, cast and crew, pushed themselves to the maximum. Now, I can only speak for myself, but for me, this was the greatest filmmaking experience that I've ever had. Now, I've been to film school and worked on much larger projects back then, but for some reason, I did not learn much from it. I learned so much more last week from that short film than I ever did in my 3 years at film school. And I guess the reason is that we did something different. You know, this project was not about getting good grades, making money, or getting famous. No, we just wanted to do something different, get away from YouTube for a moment and just make a short film. That's it. When you just make a short film without any expected outcome, the only reason you do it for is because of passion. And when you have an entire crew and cast who are there for that exact same reason, you got yourself a superhero team. We had 6 locations where we needed to shoot. 4 of those locations were planned in our studio. So we started off with the first week building the sets for those. Starting from scratch in a film studio gave us a lot of advantages. It did take more time than if we would simply go to an old basement instead of building one, but it gave us a lot more control over the space and the lighting. On the other side of the studio, we built a hallway, a very dirty and dark hallway. This was planned for the second day, but it would become the hardest shooting day of all, so that's why we took our time to fine-tune everything and do a bunch of test shoots. The first actual shooting day was on location. CLB is a very large administrative company that were so kind to let us use their beautiful building on a Saturday when nobody was working there. Now, we didn't need much shots, so it was a very calm first day. Yet it did took an entire day since everyone needed time to get used to their role. We also had to move all the gear around, but it went great. The second day was in our studio. Now, there were so many shots we needed to take, and it were some of the hardest scenes to play for the actors. But again, it went great. The shooting was planned until 6 o'clock, and I think we were done at around 8 or 9. But nobody cared about that. Everyone was there for the exact same reason, to make an awesome short film. That same evening, we had to break down the basement set and clean the filthy hallway, because the next day we would film a driving car in the studio. And a big thanks to Aperture, as they published several tutorials on how to mimic a driving car in a studio environment. Again, it went great, and it was again a lot of fun. At the same time, we needed the hallway to turn white, so my dad was painting while we shot the car seats. The fourth and last day, we then started shooting in the hallway, which was now white, and after that we moved all the film gear to my place as we needed to shoot in a kitchen and a bedroom scene. And that's it. 4 days of actual shooting and 6 days of preparing and set building. Now, I did not have everything under control, even though everything went great. The project turned out a lot bigger than I thought, and so I couldn't be looking over everyone's shoulder. I guess that is my bottleneck. I need to learn that it's okay to let go and just give full responsibility to someone else. That person might not do it the same way that I should do it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just different. And yes, someone else you work with might make mistakes, but so will you. So why should it be a problem that someone else makes a mistake, right? If you ever get the chance to work on something bigger, then take that chance. Find people that are just as passionate as you are. And there are great tools like social media to find other people. Apart from Janik, every single person on that set came in touch with me over the internet. Even Lorenzo, who is just a YouTube follower just like you. Now, we recently got a Discord server, which is a text and voice chat community. Now, we actually found 3 crew members through that community, so if you're planning to make a short film, that's definitely a great place to find help from other people that are just as passionate about filmmaking as you are. Filmmaking is a team sport. Surround yourself with like-minded people and you'll get the greatest inspiration that you'll ever get. Now, the short film has just been shot. We're now starting with the editing process, but it's probably going to take several months. I don't have an idea when it's done, but expect it to go online here on our channel by the end of the year. This is not just a YouTube video that we're editing. This thing is going to need time, precision, and a lot of fine-tuning. But I'm confident that it will be awesome. Now, before I'm going to end the video, I'd like to thank Storyblocks Video for their support. Not only did they help us fund the short film, but their service itself has also helped us out so many times. Storyblocks is a huge library driven by a creative community that uploads new stock clips, video effects, transitions, overlays, and so much more on a daily basis. And just like with the short film, I kind of see this as a helping community as well. For a very cheap price, you can download unlimited video assets from these creators and use that in your work. So definitely make sure to check that out as well, which you can do by clicking the first link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And just like Film Riot inspired us, I really hope that we inspired you too. Stay creative.
Problem here. Janik,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
We're afraid to format the card.
No, we checked it. It's fine. They one day too.
I can go, huh?
Oh,
It's just go upstairs.
too late.
You're fired, Lorenzo.